Hey guys, it's Sloan again for Apotheosis. We're back in the day using fireball throwers, but also you have meteor golems. The rationale for the meteor golems is really just pretty simple. They open up the walls for you to let your throwers get deeper into the base, as well as you have the troop launcher help push in with the walls too. It's a really powerful army. I was attacked by two guys inside the top 100, and they are both using it. They both went 320, so like, you know what? I gotta try it out. And you know what? It is perfect. It's really, really powerful, really, really simple. I'm not the great at fireball. You know what? You just get a quick, simple fireball, and you're set. So I want to get through a walkthrough attack and then get into ledge attacks. I hope you guys enjoy. So when looking at a base, you're looking, okay, where can you get good fireball value? Typically, that's going to be like a rage tower, a CC. CC is really good. A revenge tower, a bomb hive, a ricochet cannon. Really just anywhere to set the funnel. You don't have to get deep. You just do a quick fireball, and you're set. That's the thing. Quick, quick, quick. Especially because there's so many double rage bases now. This army is so powerful. Because best way to counter thrower spam, right, is literally just have compact damage. So a base like this is really good against mass thrower spam with like the double gems, but against fireball, it's weak. So what I want to do is literally just fireball into a rage tower or into the center. It really doesn't matter too much because you get good value. Get into any of this parts right here is absolutely massive value, and it sets the funnel up very, very nicely. And then from there, you literally just use the rest of your troops to help push along the base. And you kind of just close your eyes at that point. You got a rage spell, you can use it for the warden walk, or use it for the throwers in the core, or use it for the queen ability. And it's honestly that simple. So let's get into it. So we're gonna try to send our warden to this corner, help fireball this whole section out. Try to hit a fireball like right here, take out all of this. Just gonna take out the CC, the rage tower, and it's just so juicy. Really is. So we send test loon, we send some healers. The thing is, if a wizard tower's on the outside, you can use two loons if it's directly on the edge. It'll take out the wizard tower, which is just really nice. Sometimes you have to use three, but when in Rome, right, just use two. So it should take it out, right? Yeah, it does. And from here, we're just gonna invis for our fireball. Invis, 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 and we just get deep in there. We hit directly where we wanted. All right, we take it out. Earthquakes, everything. Oh, we missed the super wizard tower with the earthquake. Oops. Well, that's cooked a little bit. We also missed the inferno. Oh, well, it happens. But you want to use the meteor golems to help push your army in, as well as it opens up the walls and pulls the warden. So the warden should be pulled here. Any second now. Any second now. Warden. Okay, there you go. Alright. Ice going for the queen. Troop launcher. I'm going to overgrowth this heavy damage in the core and this bomb hive. I'm going to send the king on to the right side to help tank for the queen. Help just work in tandem. Use this totem to help out, and then use the RC help to get this fire spitter on this left side. RC on this left side for this fire spitter, because we're gonna path all the way around this right. So literally, she does nothing except helps all the heavy damage here, but she's already got the heavy damage taken care of by the rest of the army. So it makes no difference. So I use the rocket spear to help out. I have an invis for her, and now we're just gonna push forward. I'm gonna use a totem for this bomb hive, and we're just gonna rage spell through here. Queen RC, she's doing her work. She's doing her job. Oh, poison for these heroes. We'll freeze this. Freeze that bomb hive, super whiz tower, and that long shot. Would just be super annoying otherwise. But yeah, from here, we're just pushing. We're just pushing. We still have all of these. Alright, I'll invis, and we'll push directly into the center. I'll have headhunters come on through. I'll send a minion, because there's no air damage over here. Wall breaker push on through. Alright, the down goes the long shot. Out will come the archers. Alright, we're pushing. Another minion come on through. Queen, she's gonna die. You know what? Down goes the multi-gear. And down will go the super wizard tower as well. And just like that, it's just two defenses and a minion prince left. It could be a little strange, this attack. It really can. The only reason I use the RC on this side, in this space in particular, because this fire splitter would be very annoying to be attacking us the entire time. We have plenty of damage for this narrow little spot for three heroes, for a rage spell, and a bunch of throwers. There was no issues at all. We can swag the king ability here. The only reason you'd use the RC on the other side is if it's really thinned out and there's a fire spitter that's gonna be facing you. So yeah. But it's a pretty simple approach. You just fireball and then just spam the throwers. The RC over there made it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, not too hard. I overgrowth in the center to eliminate the damage, as well as it overgrowth the bomb hive, which would have been really frustrating for us to go against the entire time. The overgrowth made all the difference, it really does. So when you're looking at a base like this, you're looking, okay, there's all this damage here trying to combat thrower spam. So you want to get a fireball into the core. Coming from this side, you have the CC, you have the long shot. That's too much. So you got going from this side to this side. You look here, you see, oh, that's a sweeper. That's a hidden sleeper. So you don't want to go there. So then coming from this left side and gonna get a deep fireball inside of here. And once again, remember in that replay where I used the loons and such to help take out the wizard tower? I'm gonna be doing the same thing with loons and barbs to help funnel out this section so I can get a deeper fireball because I need a deeper fireball here because of how much damage. The loons coming on through the test. And from here, I use barbarians instead of loons on this. What is this thing even called? A bomb tower? Yeah. So I have to use a loon and a barb to help do that. Help make the funnel. And from here, it's just setting up the invis, which can be a little tricky if you mess up the invis placement. I'm not too used to doing it, so sometimes I can mess it up. I hit the fireball directly in there. I use a totem to keep the warden alive and take out the entire rage tower section. I did miss the bomb hive. No, I got the bomb hive. Good. Okay. I thought I missed it for a second. But yeah, look at that entire section of the base just gone. It's just absolutely gone. You know how good that feels just to get rid of that? If I had thrower spam, I'd be cooked. I really would. From here, I use the meteor golems to help push on through. I use the throwers. The meteor golems will help up the walls too. I have the ice golem for the queen. I send the king in. I delay the RC. Delay, delay, delay. Because you know what? She'll come in and help. Now look at here, I'm using Totem to help distract the heavy damage. The healer split a little bit, which is not ideal, so the warden gets slow. But I see this Revenge Tower off by itself, it's going to be annoying, so I just send the RC directly into it. And I overgrowth the heavy damage in the core just to make sure that's not going to cook me, because I do not want cooked. So RC is going to solo this Revenge Tower, which is really, really nice. I told him in that very center, I only have a few spells left, so it's going to be time pretty much to rage spell. There's a super minor in CC, so I freeze that thing, because I don't want that thing to kill my heroes or anything. Super minor CCs are deadly. Two of them will kill a warden, two of them will kill a queen as well as all that splash damage. You'll get your throwers down really, really low. Two of them might kill them as well. I'm not sure, honestly. I haven't really had it happen, but I've seen it happen. Raised up. I got an invis, got king, queen ability, and we're just going to push right through this core. We got the throwers coming on through. We got the RC. She's dead. You know what? It's okay. King walking around the outside. From here, queen ability, she's going to get popped soon. I'm trying to avoid her ability till after this Giga Bomb, but you know what? Giga Bomb, it's triggered. It kills a clone queen, it triggers a tornado trap. That's okay. We kill the long shot. We drop the cleanup around the top, and we're just pushing right on through. So yeah, first attack into Legends with this, it definitely didn't go too bad, but it was a little bit closer than I would have liked. But I'm not the good at fireballs, so I still got a decent fireball and just spammed everything through, and it worked out. And his healers with the unicorn just got provided so much value. Once it gets 92%, you can pop the spiky ball if you got a max level 27 spiky ball. It'll hit every single building left, and you finish off just like that. Easy peasy. It really is. And you see a base like this, you're thinking, okay, well, gonna try to get a fireball into there, into this section, just try to get all this damage. You're coming this way, too much damage, and the spear's facing that way, you can't come here, so it's coming from left to right. And I see here a sweeper, I'm like, okay, well, there's a hidden sweeper here, so I figured it'd probably be Teslas, but you know what? It'd be okay taking it out early because it won't be too much of an issue. So I'm testing for Teslas with the loons. The sweeper actually is kind of annoying. I never actually went to a hidden sweeper with fireball before, so it's a little bit interesting. I'm not gonna lie. We're just pushing through, trying to get a deep fireball into the center. If I can take out this bomb hive, this mono, and this expo, and all that, and get rid of the giga bomb, basically, it makes it so much easier. Look at all these Teslas keep pulling up. Cause I knew they're gonna come out. They're like rats and cockroaches coming out. Turn on light, it just comes on out. You know what? My warden's pretty light, so he got some light coming on through there with the cockroaches coming out. I rage with the warden because I just want to make sure he gets through here with plenty of time. This rage actually wasn't really that needed. I kind of should have done it sooner or not at all. So in a way, I kind of wasted it, but it's okay. It's not going to make too much of a difference. From here, I can just invis the buildings to get the deeper fireball I want. 3 invis, hit right in the bomb hive, take out these 3 buildings. I thought I would have hit another, but you know, I'm kind of bad at the normal mode fireball range. In esports mode, I knew I would only hit that, right? But normal mode, it's kind of tricky to tell. So from there, I use the meteor golems first to pull the warden and help open up the walls, even though they aren't opening up any walls because the base is open. It's chill. It's chill. I use the ice golem with the queen. I use the king and the RC. It's in the RC early because I'm just trying to get her help funnel here to help push the throwers into this Revenge Tower. Revenge Tower is going to be very annoying to isolate there. So I'm using totems for the Revenge Tower. And honestly, all the damage is just to Revenge Tower and this long shot. And then over here, I'm not worried about that. That's a later problem. Right now, is these two. So from here, I got to make sure I send Henry to help the king and help the RC help take out this minion prince. That's going to be annoying. I keep totaling the Revenge Tower because I need that down. The wall breakers are very, very nice from the troop launcher, which open up here so the queen of throwers can easily take out that Revenge Tower. Then from here, RC ability popped. I popped it before she got into too much heavy damage, which was these double heroes right here, the King and Minion Prince. So her spears got some good value. And from here, We're just chilling. We got freeze and we got a invis and a queen and king ability. Queen ability is just so powerful. King ability, it definitely helps up on the back end if you can actually survive. I'm not gonna lie, I kill my king so often that it's not really used for the last 90% that often. I drop my queen up around the base, just trying to make sure I get the base down in time, because I think it's like at this point it's like 50 seconds left. There's like 30% of the base left, but I have plenty of damage, so I'm not worried about that. The thing I'm worried about is time. Because time be a little tricky. And luckily, look at this RC. She somehow survived too with the king. There wasn't that much damage. Like, I don't know where the big damage was on the base. It was like right here, but the totems worked perfectly for it. So pop the queen ability went before 30 seconds left. Probably did about 40 seconds left in this base, just because I want to make sure I have enough tanking for my world champion. But yeah, once you get to 90%, pop the spiky ball. It'll be a boom, 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 and that base can be finished at boom, 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 boom. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. On this base, I was looking at, I was thinking, okay, there's a few spots of fireball, right? A rage tower, a rage tower, or the mono even. Like, that's still decent value from the mono, but if you go in the mono, you gotta go into two rage towers, and that's just not worth it. I was even thinking of fireball here, but that'd be worthless. So, the idea is to fireball a rage tower. I'm looking here, I see the Giga Bomb here, so I think, okay, this one's a good one to fireball. Listen, the warning from the bottom, Tesloons. I'm just gonna set it up. I'm just setting up the fireball. So from here, we just take our time, see Teslas pop up. I don't want Teslas to, mess with my fireball. So, I'm being a little bit cautious, a little bit thoughtful, just making sure. See ground skellies. So ground skellies, Teslas, I realize, yeah, this is definitely bait side. Probably because Gigabomb trying to bait a fireball entrance, or even just as simple as trying to bait a log launcher thrower entrance from this direction. So it could be baited down here with like a bunch of spring traps. So I send some loons, try to take out this mortar. I'm setting up the fireball. I'm gonna get the invis. I invis. You know what? I didn't invis the right side, so I missed the invis here. And you tell him a fireball noob, because who would miss that invis right there? I didn't even try it. So I missed the rage tower, which is pretty unideal. So from this point, I'm just spamming everything in. Totem for the rage tower. Look at all these bombs, giga bombs. Look at all that damage. That is massive, absolutely massive. Got the wall breaker trying to push on through, literally spamming. The queen coming on, RC coming on. I'm just trying to make sure everything will push in towards this town hall, because I need it into there. I do not want a one star. So I raised the heavy damage in the core, so also the bomb hive, which eliminates pretty much all the damage here. It's not really too much here. It's basically not getting hit at all. They're basically free. Send the ice golem in, want him to walk in, send the king in, because I want the king, to help push on through and help tanks. I do not want a one star. If I one star, I'm literally gonna like hurt myself, which is not what I want to do. RC gets super low, so I invis her, pop her ability, pushing right on through, because there's so much damage here from the fire spirit pushing with the revenge tower. So from here, all these throwers here, like 6 of them, they're just like insta dead. You know what? They're cooked. It's okay. Hey, we'll see them another day, not today. So just invis, rage spell, pushing right on through, use all my spells, use all my abilities except the king ability. And you know what? We're gonna get some percent from here. We're gonna try our best to try to get a 3-star. Honestly, looking through here, it's not too much damage, right? The super arch tower, that's gonna help. That's gonna hurt for like time, for trying to have a time fail, right? But there's still this. This is the last bit of damage. Over here, this is all free percent, because everything's tanked. You have the healers, there's 0 issues. But this double heroes, the mini prince, the king, double ricochet, and the mono. That's why I was only thinking about fireballing it. Honestly, at this point, maybe I should have. Because from here, it's a little bit cooked. It really is. Ice Golem froze out in the grass. There's a whole center of the base he went through, a whole rage tower he went through, and he froze in the center of the grass. Yep, that makes sense. He froze outside on a giant bomb. But yeah, from here, trying to get my king ability as deep as possible, like it lasts as long as possible. We're at 83%. My king ability gets popped. You're like, oh, well, there goes my chances, right? Need that king ability. If I had the queen ability here, maybe there's a chance, right? But I used it in the center because I did not want to one star. If I one starred, I would have been crying, and that's not what I want. So from here, 93%. That seems to be about the best we can get. We still have 4 heavy defenses up and then 2 trash buildings, 94, and that's gonna be it. Gonna run out of time. And you know what? 94% from missing a fireball. I'll take it. I'll take it any day of the week. So looking at a base like this, there's a couple spots that you would want a fireball, right? You either want to get into a rage tower, which would be really difficult, or do a quick little thing, like fireball this right here, take out all of these heavy defenses. So that's the easiest fireball in my mind because getting a quick fireball this army is pretty much ideal. So literally just gonna invis and then pop the quakes in the ward and insta fireball, take out this entire section. Look at that juicy, juicy value. Actually, the mono's low too. Bro, I could hit the mono with the earthquake. I see a bunch of traps here. So it looks like they're baiting thrower spam. Yeah, look at all this. Spring traps, tornado traps, air bombs, skellies. They're trying to get thrower spam down. So I use a totem help keep my warden alive through this king headhunters. And we're getting through these skellies as well. Minion Prince goes down. From here, look at all these traps we're pulling, which is really good to pull now with the headhunters and the warden rather than with my throwers, because I only have 6 throwers. If they get sprung, they're gone. So I use in the meteor golems push on through to help make the funnel. We're going down on this right side, and I have these throwers coming on through as well. The queen ice golem. Use the queen closer just because there's heavy damage here at the mono. We really want to make sure we get rid of that. And the king will come around the right side. You got triple headhunter CC. It's actually quadruple because another one earlier and 2 ice golems. We'll take that out with a poisonous spell. RC coming around the right side. Overgrowth that rage tower and the damage. I didn't overgrowth fire spirit because we're faced behind the fire spirit, so it's not gonna be too much of an issue. So we just eliminate the damage. That's damage gone. It is gone. RC coming on through. We're gonna have to use her ability with the king ability here soon, just because this whole rage tower is gonna be really, really toxic. RC's actually getting really, really low. We got Totem right in the middle of the rage tower. That's what I like to do. Right in the middle of the rage tower, because it redirects everything into the center of the rage tower, away from your troops on the outside of the rage tower. Invis for the RC. Still have 2 more invis. But now goes Rage Tower, and out of the Overgrowth, it's going to come up, and it's going to be annoying. We still have a Rage Spell. We still have a Totem and a Freeze. You know what? Look at all this damage we have. We Rage Spell it. We can get through anything. This King's taking some heavy damage from this long shot at the bottom. He's distracted, so he's our Totem. The King Totem coming on through. As well as the Snakes, because there's not any big splash damage. The Snakes distract really well and do massive damage to the long shot. He's already lost a quarter of his HP. The Rage Tower is really, the Rage Spell is really helping out. The Throwers take out the Revenge Tower. From here, it's just finishing off on the town hall, which can be scary, right? It really can be scary. But you know what? It's gonna be no issues because we got plenty of force up, and well, there's only 2 things of actual damage up: a multi-archer tower and an Expo, and they're both low HP. So you know what? We get it. Also, I sent the super barbs in for the long shot because I want to take out the long shot. Super barbs. Super barbs do a ton of damage, but when you kill the long shot, they'll die in the long shot's death ball. You know, his little damage, his little nuke that comes out. They'll die in that. But yeah. They ran away because I believe the throwers killed them before, so these barbs are somehow alive, which is nice. But literally, the last building is gonna be the town hall. A little spooky, I will admit, but you know what? It is what it is. That's how you got 3 stars sometimes, especially going to the obvious bait. It just is what it is. So looking at a base like this, I can't really get into the rage towers that easily. The spirit is pointing down, so I'm thinking, okay, if I can just fireball right here on the CC and this Inferno take out all of this with the earthquakes, then that'd be pretty good value. Except rid of the CC, it helps me get rid of these 2 heroes early and it takes out the damage. So I earthquake, and then I fireball instantly. I could have what's it called used an invis for the warden. Other in that case, I wouldn't have any issues here. And also, I'm figuring out on these fireballs after looking at it that I could definitely hit the mono. I could hit the mono with the earthquake, so I'm just not. But we hit the bait again. Look at all these traps, the spring traps coming on through, everything. So I see black air bombs. I'm using Teslins. Try to make sure you don't hit any red air bombs or any of that. So yeah, Warren, he's just walking a little bit. He's just doing a little twist. He's about to do a little twist here, about to break his ankles trying to get this, defending king. We're just gonna push right on through though. That's what we're gonna do. Look at all these bombs. They're baiting thrower spam. I would hate to be a thrower spammer coming through right here. Teslins coming on through. Yeah, Meteor Gun's gonna push on through, as well as the throwers, and we're just gonna chill with it, right? We're just chilling. We're pushing in, troop launcher, and we're doing chill. The king, the queen, the RC. Where's the RC coming in? There's the RC. Wait a second. This mono still being up is doing massive damage. So I can just get my earthquakes better. So I overgrowth the mono because it's just gonna be annoying. But I should have got the bomb hive because the bomb hive is way more annoying. What was I thinking? I just gotta use my spells to help push through this core. I'm thinking, okay, I need a rage spell to get through here because I have to get into this core because I'm going into a bomb hive for some reason because I'm not very smart. I did not overgrowth the bomb hive, which is just silly. It is extremely silly. But yeah, we're just gonna invis, help take out this multi-gear, help get through this warden. Still have 2 more invis. RC gonna help her take out that core. The thrower is gonna help out this right side, but that revenge tower is just so much damage. Look at all my throwers. The revenge tower and the long shot combo just nuked the entire army. If I'd had 1 freeze or 1 tome for that, I'd been set. But you know what? I didn't. I only had invis for the RC. I should have invis there. But yeah, my queen and king, they're going into the town hall. They walked into it. I kind of knew my king would walk into it. I guess it's a similar base to last attack, but I overgrowth differently. That different overgrowth is going to be killer because look at all this base still up. There's too much. So you have to overgrowth the heavy damage. I don't know why overgrowth behind a spitter because that makes no sense. I'm going behind it, so it wasn't gonna do a single thing to me. But there's a whole rage tower and bomb hive, and I just missed it. So yeah, that's just not thinking properly. That's just not thinking straight. That's just being a very unintelligent overgrowther. That was me. I'll admit it. But yeah, if I could have overgrowth properly, probably would have been a pretty easy 3-star because it would have been too much damage here. We would have get through there, been no issue. We got through the mono, we would have got through the fire spitters too. Yeah. So don't do that. Don't do that. Looking at a base like this, there's a couple spots I was thinking immediately the fireball. Spitter's facing down here. I was thinking, okay, what if I fireballed here? There's too many heroes here to take out the CC, but just too much. So my other thought is coming from the very bottom and get a deep fireball into that core. So I believe the safer approach for me at least is getting a deep fireball in for the core because if I can manage stuff quickly, this could be an OP approach. It could also be very very deadly. A 1-star low percent. So I'm coming in from the far side. I'm testing for traps and everything using barbs just to help funnel. Cause I realize, oh, I don't got furnaces, so it might take a little bit. So I want my ward to get in there. I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna probably use a rage spell because I want him to get in there quickly. Quickly. I don't want to take a whole minute and a half just do a little warden wall coming on through here. I can't be taking all that time. So I rage up the warden, raging up the warden himself. I know he's not gonna be massive damage here. I'm just raging up so he will take out these buildings because I know he's gonna walk forward using Loon as well to help tank and test. And see that I see a couple red air bombs coming. I'm like, oh, that's not good. If I'm gonna be coming to that, I'm gonna be getting my healers sniped just like instantly. So the invis is getting ready here. Also, this booger took out this mortar, which I honestly might have missed if it wasn't for that booger. So that booger might have just clutched his attack, honestly. So from here, invis. I'm gonna get right into that bomb hive, take out the entire core of Infernos. Huge value, absolutely huge. And from this point, I should pull my warden to the right, but I pull him to the left. If I pull him to the right, we take out this multi-arc sharpen, better value. This left is not as much value, so I don't know why I did that. But I send the queen, the king, the RC, delay the RC. Remember, delay her. Wall breakers from the what is this thing called? The troop launcher help open up these walls, help push me into the base, and I can really delay my totems because there's not really any heavy damage until we get into this ugly section of the base. This little ugly section. But yeah, use the headhunters help take out this minion prince. Got throwers and the troop launchers coming out to help support the king. From here, my throwers aren't going the correct direction, which is not ideal. Pop the RC ability, pop the invis. From here, I'm thinking, where do I overgrowth? There's like a couple spots I'm thinking maybe. I might invis. Probably should have overgrowth up here, but I overgrowth the spitter. I'll take this out. And from here, we just have these heroes and these throwers pushing into this core, which is not really too much damage at once. If I had an invis here for the RC, like if I could totem this, right? If she could take out this section, we could be good here. But you know what? She died and I didn't do that. Because I think I was more worried about this town hall section. Then okay, I do not want a 1-star. But I have no healers with the army, which is unideal. Very, very unideal. Which is really just because that fireball, it took out that building that building, whatever it was, down to one single HP, but did not take it out. It was elixir storage. We here pop the queen ability, we pushed on through, was trying to drop our cleanup, but you know what? I think you can already tell. It's not quite gonna be enough when there's 2 ricochet cannons and an X-bow on the ground. It's just too much. You don't have any healers to help support your army, and all your healers are starting to die. Heroes too. It's just all you can get is percent at this point. If I would have used the totem here, I could have taken out this, and I might have could have got it. So if I could have just managed my RC better, or just came in the other direction with the throwers, I think I've been fine. But you know what? It is what it is. So when looking at a base like this, I look at the spitters are facing towards the north. So I want to come in from the south, the east, or the west. If I can get my directions right, the cardinal directions. I'm looking at the base. It looks like I can get pretty deep fireball into this very, very center. Take out the CC and this light beam, which is kind of strange. Got a light beam, just with like 2 invis or something, which makes me think, well, I just want a fireball right there. Then it also sets up the path thing. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's just in the warden in, got the test saloon, the healers. And it's really just gonna be a pretty simple approach through here. The warden, he just takes his time, got the loon and the barb trying to take out this mortar, just so he can use less invis. The barb's trying to take out these mortars too. So from here, I can really just invis this and invis this, and I'm set. But I'm going to take out this invis first. I'm going to totem for this light beam, so I want to kill my warden. Got some troops coming out, which is kind of annoying, but invis. Invis Fireball. I get the Fireball deeper in, so I hit the Rage Tower, which honestly I didn't even expect I was gonna hit the Rage Tower. But I hit the Rage Tower, the CC. Also, if I could get better Earthquakes, I could take out more. But you know what? I'm not that effective with them. So this time I see the Rage Tower on this side, so I'm gonna send in the Mirgons help tank the throwers. Mirgons help open up the walls, and I'm gonna send the Queen. I believe I send the Wall Breaker here too in this case, just to help push the throwers in. No, I didn't. The Wall Breaker's still here. The CC Wall Breaker's got it for me from the Troop Launcher. The Queen, the King, delaying the RC, but I made sure to go into the heavy damage with the army initially. It's because it's very important. I'm pretty sure I sent my Ice Golem in here too. Yep, Ice Golem coming in through. I have my totems. I had the Rage, and I have the Overgrowth. The Overgrowth would be really good for this heavy damage here over here, which has the Spitter, which is part Rage Tower. If I could hit this long shot, I mean that long range multi-gear tower, whatever it's even called, been a lot better. But from here, Ice Golem gets some nice freezes long shot. And I'm really just thinking about where I'm gonna use my ability. So I use the Rage spell here. So when I get to this section of the base, I freeze the Revenge Tower, but I'm gonna have Raged Up Queen helping get through this long shot. And I'm just using the RC ability on this right side because you know what? Our next closest building was a Revenge Tower, so I could pop it and get that damage from a range. But everything's just pushing right on through. So I have an Invis and all this army. This is why you go into the heavier damage side initially with your army, because you take out that, and now this weaker damage side is not really much of an issue at all. The king just walking around, and this base was just perfect. It really was. It was a quick, easy fireball, but if you use thrower spam in this base, you'd be cooked. You'd be absolutely cooked. Zap throwers, it can work, it can definitely work, but it's just way easier using fireball like this, because you only have to think about the base. You just hit a juicy fireball, you know what? It's just done. So you just fireball spam, and you're set, because this is just fireball spam. That's all I was doing. This base, you look at it, I think a couple spots to hit, but getting these rage towers seems like a tricky fireball. So if I can just do a quick fireball right here on this multi-gear, take out this entire section and the CC, then you know what? There's no CC to worry about, and it's a huge section funneled, which means the troops will have beautiful pathing into this way or into this way. So I Earthquake early, I I invis the Warden 2, pop the fireball, and I use my healers and all that, heal back up, Tesloons. But you know what? I didn't quite hit the multi-gear like I was hoping. I actually missed it. You know, actually, I did hit this still. I hit this too with the... I hit multiple things. My Earthquakes just aren't reaching the best spots. I know the earthquakes aren't quite as big as the fireball range in normal mode, right? Which is normal fireball. But I could have hit one of these at least. Missing both? That's miserable. There's Tesla pops up. Tesla's been fine to hit too. It wouldn't make too much of a difference. But yeah, I sent the whole army coming on through. I sent the meteor golems. I sent the throwers, the apprentice warden, the ice golem, the queen, the king, delaying the RC a little bit. So I send the RC in. Everything's coming in kind of this section. So you know what? I just send the RC in here. Show up take out this core. I'm thinking I want to overgrowth this bomb hive because it's be annoying. So the bomb hive revenge tower combo is overgrowth. And there's not really too much damage, I'm thinking. I mean, I'm just gonna poison spell the heroes, the minion prince and the king, because I took out the CC with the warden and fireball, right? I'm just gonna totem a long shot, and we're just walking. We're just walking on water right now. It's like the easiest thing. Dropping cleanup troops around the base as well. Always drop some cleanup, just help with time. Just archers around the base wherever there's archer locations. I'm thinking, okay, well, I'm going to rage spell to get through this bomb hive, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna freeze the revenge tower, rage spell, queen ability, and we're just pushing. We'll get through this rage tower. Still the RC ability, pop it. She wasn't take too much damage, but I just want to pop it so she's not gonna get into the heavy damage section. And honestly, this is the most overkill attack of the day. It's just such a quick fireball, such strong value, as well as a nice, easy overgrowth location. I made it where I could close my eyes and the base is gone. Even have the ice golem relatively healthy, half HP coming on through here. I haven't hit a spring, I haven't hit anything. Then she used the freeze for the RC because she still has her Spirit Fox. So I was doing a pseudo RC charge there because I saw when she went invis and I kind of 1, 2, 3, 4. I invised and it was gone. The base was gone. The base was cooked, and it was just a super easy 3-star. It really was. Now we did miss a couple fireballs. We did end up going plus 288, which is not too bad, right? Especially first day using it, and honestly, I've used fireball maybe 3 times in Legends. Not much at all. But you know what? I was able to get it down. And a couple of those fails, it could have easily been 3 stars as well. That's the thing. This army's just so powerful and so simple. It's like Prime Super Witches, Fireball Super Witches. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, appreciate if you guys like and subscribe. I'll see you guys maybe tomorrow. Maybe.